The city lights twinkled like a distant galaxy below me, but up here, everything was rust and silence. My name's Alex, and for my viewers, I was Urban Explorer X. Tonight's adventure. The abandoned Blackwood Mountain radio tower. A skeletal finger pointing at the stars, silent for over 50 years. My drone buzzed overhead, capturing the epic shot for my live stream. The chat was already buzzing with excitement. Careful, Alex popped up in the chat. Don't fall. Is it haunted? Others were saying. I grinned into my phone's camera. Alright chat, we're going in. Let's see what secrets this old giant is hiding. The air inside was thick with the smell of dust and decay. My flashlight beam cut through the darkness, revealing ancient consoles and tangles of dead wires. It was a time capsule. I ran my fingers over a dusty switchboard. Imagine the voices that passed through here. I mused. News reports, music, maybe even Cold War secrets. That's when it happened. The old equipment, dead for decades, flickered to life. A low hum filled the room, growing into a strange, rhythmic static. My phone, my connection to the outside world, started to glitch. The livestream feed froze, then rebooted. But something was different. The chat was still there, but the messages, they weren't from my followers anymore. They were simple, direct commands. Turn the dial right. My heart hammered against my ribs. A prank? A hack? I tried to laugh it off for the camera. Looks like we've got some trolls in the chat, guys. But my hand moved on its own, my fingers closing around a large, cold metal dial on the main console. My mind screamed no, but my body obeyed. I turned it, a loud click echoing in the silent room. Another message appeared. Flip the third switch. Do it now. Again. I complied, my movements feeling sluggish, disconnected, as if I were a puppet. I tried to speak, to tell my viewers what was happening, but my throat was tight. The words wouldn't come out. The humming from the equipment deepened, coalescing into a weird, melodic pulse that seemed to vibrate right through my bones. It was beautiful and terrifying all at once. Activate the main antenna, the chat commanded. I walked towards a heavy, ominous-looking lever marked with a lightning bolt symbol. This was insane. This could be dangerous. But the melody in my head was getting louder, drowning out my own thoughts, whispering promises of discovery, of contact, of being the first. My hand closed around the lever. I was no longer Alex the vlogger. I was a conductor, and this tower was my instrument. With a final, Herculean effort that wasn't entirely my own, I pulled the lever down. A massive surge of energy coursed through the tower. The entire structure groaned and shuddered. Outside, the giant satellite dish atop the tower, dormant for half a century, began to slowly, deliberately, turn. It wasn't scanning the horizon. It was aiming straight up, a beacon pointed at the heart of the cosmos. The strange melody in my head swelled into a triumphant symphony. The chat filled with a new message, repeated over and over, a digital chant from an unknown source. Signal sent. Awaiting arrival. I stumbled back, the hypnotic pull finally receding, leaving me weak and trembling. What had I done? I looked at my phone. The livestream was still active. My face stared back, eyes wide with a manic, unfocused glee that I didn't recognize. The chat scrolled endlessly. Awaiting arrival. Awaiting arrival. I looked out the grimy window, past the city lights, up into the velvet black of the night sky, and then I saw it. A new star, brighter than the others, was growing. It wasn't a star, it was getting closer. The symphony in my head reached its crescendo, a chorus of voices that were not human, welcoming the visitors. I had wanted to find secrets in this old tower. I never imagined I'd be the one to broadcast the biggest secret of all, an invitation. The tower wasn't just a relic of the past. I had turned it into a gateway to the future, our future. I finally found my voice, but it was just a whisper. They're coming. I raised my phone, my hand steady now, and aimed it at the approaching light in the sky. My viewers needed to see this. The world needed to see what I had done. Welcome to Earth, I said, a slow, strange smile spreading across my face. The livestream continued, broadcasting the arrival to a stunned and silent world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow for the next chapter.